Hi everyone, I'm just going to do a little demonstration of a sky in watercolour. I was in the Irish Design Gallery yesterday and a customer came in and was asking about watercolours, and I was, trying to tell her how to do skies, and I thought, well, the best thing that I can do is actually do a little bit of a demo. I've put some very light pencil marks, they're actually not too accurate. I don't really need them to be because I can paint on them afterwards. So I'm just mixing up some cobalt blue, and I have a little bit of ultramarine. And what I like to do to take that garish blue out, I put a little bit of Venetian red in. So I'm just going to start with the top of the sky. And I'm using the brush on its side. So I am working on dry paper. And what I actually want to do is get some texture in here of clouds. I'll actually show you the picture that I'm working from. It's a photograph that I printed out. This is the picture that I'm working from. As with all photographs, the perspective is squashed quite a bit. So you have to make allowance for that. Now what I've done is I've washed my brush, and there's the smallest hint of blue in there, but I've created a cloud shape here, and now I'm working underneath to make the softer cloud shapes, and where I want them to be merged I use some water. Now what I want to do is get over the other side of the sky as well, and we've got a darker blue cloud in here, and what I do to make that darker is I just put some Venetian red. It's my favourite brown to use. It's a sort of an earthy brown. It's also great for skin tones. Now the important thing to remember with watercolour is its timing. It's really, really important, because once you've lost it, it's going to create a different shape. It's kind of hard to explain exactly. But even in the process of trying to work this and film it, it takes my mind away from the subject matter. I've got a big drip of water there. You can see that the water will stay, and it will only move when the paper is wet. So I'm just going to do some more cloud shapes in there. Bring that down. Some shadows, cloud shadows. Need a little bit of yellow for in there, a little bit of yellow ochre. That'll give some cloud shapes in there. Now I need I'm just going to brighten this up a wee bit with some ultramarine violet. It's gone a little bit too dark there. What I'll do on this side here is I'm just going to lift it out a little bit. It's just got too heavy. And of course I'm trying to do this while the camera is actually in my way. So if you'll just bear with me. Now I'm just going to lighten it here. I actually want to create a very soft edge. So remembering that these are clouds, there should be no hard edges, except for the very top part, where I suppose in a sense you sort of exaggerate them a little bit. I'll just touch that in. Now I'm going to use a little bit of cerulean blue. Down here there is another lot of clouds down there, but I've sort of run out of space. I'm just going to work on the dry here, just because I'm going to try and get the mountains in as well. So I'm just using the brush on its side like that. That's called dry brush technique. Now I've got a spot of something in there. I'll take that out while it's... It won't come. I just have to get my finger in there. It's a little bit of dried pigment. I didn't see that one coming. I'll just blend that in. Now up here it's gone a little bit... That shape is a little bit flat, so there's too much contrast now between one side and the other. I'm just going to lift out a little bit. The brush that I'm using is pure sable, so it's very soft. And it also has the ability to hold a lot of water. I don't like the way that's just, it's gone too straight there. I'll just put in a little bit more tone. It's surprisingly difficult to talk and paint at the same time. So much attention goes into forming your words and making the description, and then you forget what you're supposed to be doing. I'm going to come back to that later with a different technique that I'll show you. It still looks a little bit lopsided. I'm not entirely happy, but I will work back into that. So the sea area here now is, I'm mixing up Viridian, which is quite a shocking green colour, but if you mix it with ultramarine, it's really nice. It actually gives a lovely translucent